breaking news coming in, and this is political news that we are bringing to you right at the top of this segment on India's agenda on India Today. Rahul responds to politics over vote chori. Rahul Gandhi on vote chori politics comes out and says, and I quote, I showed in the presentation, what I showed in the presentation has nothing to do with elections. Election Commission still hasn't responded. BJP is backing the Election Commission. Brazilian model's picture was used. Votes were cast using her picture. What is the reality? Modi, Shah are attacking the constitution. One man, multiple vote model is this. This is the same thing they're going to do with Bihar. It happened in Haryana, in Gujarat. It has been happening. We have loads of material. We'll show it to the Generation Z, the Gen Z of this country, that Modi has stolen the mandate and become Prime Minister. This is the very remark that's come in from Rahul Gandhi at this given point. We'll also play out this very reaction that's come in from Rahul Gandhi. But yes, ever since this vote chori claim has been made, there has been politics over this very particular claim. And remember, it's not one claim. The recent claim, which revealed and unveiled this Brazilian model's face that was being used across several voter cards in Haryana, is something that's recent. But there have been subsequent press conferences where Rahul Gandhi has been bringing out data. Let's listen into what exactly has been said by him today before we continue with a discussion and more details on this.
हरियाणा का जो चुनाव है वो एक्चुअली चुनाव ही नहीं था, वो होलसेल चोरी हुई है। और आप नोट कीजिए कि जो मैंने एलिगेशंस रखे थे, फेक वोट, फेक फोटोग्राफ, इसका कोई रिस्पॉन्स नहीं आया है, ना ईसी से आया है। बीजेपी इसी को डिफेंड कर रही है, मगर जो मैंने कहा है उसको निगेट नहीं कर रही है। रियलिटी है कि नरेंद्र मोदी जी, अमित शाह जी और इलेक्शन कमीशन मिलकर संविधान पर आक्रमण कर रहे हैं। संविधान कहता है वन मैन वन वोट, हरियाणा दिखाता है कि वन मैन वन वोट हरियाणा में था ही नहीं।
This is what Rahul Gandhi has to say, his response to the politics over the vote chori hydrogen bomb rather that has in fact been dropped by him, which he had been referencing since months now. And he's also come out to say that this is the case in Haryana, this is the case in Gujarat, and this will be the case in Bihar. More importantly, he has said that I'm informing the Gen Z of the country with regards to how their votes are being stolen, how people's votes are being stolen at this given point by this government. So these are some of the remarks that's been made by the leader of the opposition of the lower house. Vote chori claims that are coming to the forefront at this point. Maushami Singh joining us on the broadcast to bring us more details and setting more context to this. Maushami, we see that these claims that have been made by Rahul Gandhi, there is plenty of controversy over them, and now Rahul Gandhi has said a very important thing, that he is informing the Gen Z of this country about the reality behind the vote chori. How are we looking at this?
So clearly Rahul Gandhi is saying that it's time to topple the government in turn by raking up and reaching out to the Gen Zs. He put out that entire presentation where that was the hydrogen bomb that Rahul Gandhi was talking about for a long while, and thereafter also connecting the dots to Bihar. He's put out that Gen Z appeal even before the first phase of polling. So clearly Rahul Gandhi there, trying to look at a segment of youth voters who are disgruntled with the current incumbent government, trying to cash in on that vote bank, which he really feels can be floating voters switching sides. And this time round, he's backed it up with his PowerPoint presentation and the data that he's doled out. So a part of the entire politics of the voter Adhikar Yatra, the vote chori campaign, and pinning the blame not only on the EC but bringing it to the Prime Minister.
Stay with us. Let's quickly listen into what Rahul Gandhi had said one more time before we proceed with this very discussion.
हरियाणा का जो चुनाव है वो एक्चुअली चुनाव ही नहीं था, वो होलसेल चोरी हुई है। और आप नोट कीजिए कि जो मैंने एलिगेशंस रखे थे, फेक वोट, फेक फोटोग्राफ, इसका कोई रिस्पॉन्स नहीं आया है, ना ईसी से आया है। बीजेपी ईसी को डिफेंड कर रही है, मगर जो मैंने कहा है उसको निगेट नहीं कर रही है। रियलिटी है कि नरेंद्र मोदी जी, अमित शाह जी और इलेक्शन कमीशन मिलकर संविधान पर आक्रमण कर रहे हैं। संविधान कहता है वन मैन वन वोट। हरियाणा दिखाता है कि वन मैन वन वोट हरियाणा में था ही नहीं।
Maushami, coming back to you, you know, Rahul Gandhi also says at this given point what has happened in Haryana, what's been happening in Gujarat in terms of vote chori is set to happen in Bihar as well. You know, we're just done with phase 1 elections, phase 2 still remains. In that very context, how are we viewing these very statements or the allegations that's been made?
So I think that more than the SIR exercise or now the vote chori exercise, it's the entire cloud of doubt that Rahul Gandhi is casting on Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his government, and in turn the double engine ki sarkar in Bihar, that this is a government that cannot be trusted. If it is stealing your votes, how honest will it be as far as, you know, doling out schemes and your welfare is concerned? So it's the larger canvas that Rahul Gandhi is pasting, or in fact painting, where he says that, you know, there is a trust deficit with this government. It is cheating you, and it is giving you baits that are very short-lived, and it's just to reap dividends as far as electoral politics is concerned. And if you remember, he went on to say that Prime Minister Narendra Modi can dance to get votes. He can dance anytime. So somewhere he is trying to build an entire narrative against the BJP government, the NDA government in Bihar and in Delhi.
Right, Maushami. But one thing remains extremely clear. As our colleague Shreya had also gone out to pockets of Haryana and she spoke to the people out there. There are voter cards that do feature this Brazilian model. Voter cards of people who are deceased. Voter cards of people whose name and identity, their face is completely different, and yet they have had no difficulty casting votes. So, you know, when such reports come to the forefront, as you very rightly mentioned, whether proven or not, it definitely does cast a big doubt in a voter's mind that where indeed are we headed in terms of exercising our fundamental right in this democracy.
Absolutely, and Shreya did a very good report down there. And even, if you remember, the entire SIR investigation that we did here in Simhanchal in Bihar, and that actually crisscrossed the length and breadth of the region that was in the eye of the storm. So somewhere we've seen that zero houses, name of one voter in several places, discrepancies in the electoral list is writ at large everywhere. And perhaps the EC has also been saying that the list has been not been revised, and that's why we are indulging in this SIR exercise. So it's a very interesting, dynamics here, where, you know, whether the egg comes before the chicken or the chicken comes before the egg. Who knows that? Chick comes before the egg. You know, who knows that when Rahul Gandhi started this entire questioning of the Maharashtra assembly elections, the 2024 elections, and post that he started bringing out the discrepancies in the assembly elections. After that, only the election commission announced the SIR exercise. So the EC is justifying it by saying we agree that the electoral lists are not exactly accurate, and there are lots of voters who are not existent any longer, or dead voters, or deceased, and that's why we need this entire exercise. Though the EC is not crediting it to Rahul Gandhi, directly, but somewhere when Rahul Gandhi has raked up this entire storm of vote chori, we've seen an action and a reaction.
Absolutely, Maushami.